In broad daylight over the Black Sea, Ukrainian sea drones launched one of the most daring maritime operations of the conflict, a direct strike on a Russian warship operating near Crimea. The midday attack not only showcased precision and coordination, but also marked a new phase of naval warfare. This is the full breakdown of the Black Sea operation. In the hours leading up to noon, Ukrainian intelligence identified a Russian naval group performing patrol maneuvers south of Crimea. Using satellite reconnaissance, UAV surveillance, and maritime radar signatures, they detected a logistics vessel, lightly armed but crucial for fuel resupply and communication relays. Shortly after midday, multiple Ukrainian sea drones were launched from undisclosed coastal points. Traveling at surface level and guided by satellite navigation, the unmanned vessels advanced under the bright sun. A bold move since daylight exposes them to early detection. But the advantage of speed and coordination outweighed the risk.
Russian ships detected unusual surface movement at approximately 12:45 p.m. Alarm systems were triggered as naval gunners scrambled to identify the incoming objects. Defensive jamming was initiated and helicopters were placed on standby. Despite visibility, the low profile and erratic movement of the drones made targeting difficult. At 12:58 p.m., the lead drone reached engagement range. In seconds, onboard targeting software locked on the vessel's stern section, the point housing communication antennas and auxiliary power systems. A controlled detonation disabled key functions aboard the ship. Nearby escort vessels moved to defensive positions as the remaining drones dispersed. The affected Russian ship was later towed towards Sevastopol for repairs. Satellite imagery hours later showed dark patches on the water near the strike zone. Ukraine described the attack as a precision hit on a military logistics vessel, while Russian officials referred to it as an attempted sabotage repelled at sea. Regardless of claims, the strike forced fleet operations to relocate further east. This daylight strike reflects a strategic shift: Ukraine's increasing reliance on unmanned surface drones to offset Russia's naval advantage. Each drone costs a fraction of a warship, yet can deliver targeted results. It's asymmetric warfare at sea, where data, autonomy, and timing matter more than size. The daylight operation immediately caught global attention. Military analysts highlighted it as proof that unmanned maritime systems are reshaping naval doctrines. Nations watching the Black Sea are now re-evaluating how drone swarms could redefine control over waterways in future conflicts. The Black Sea drone strike proved that Ukraine's maritime capabilities extend far beyond defense. Precision, coordination, and technology turned daylight into an advantage. As both sides adapt, the world watches a new era of naval warfare unfold, where even the vast sea is no longer safe from silent machines. Best as sea debris or a false reading caused by high reflection from the afternoon waves. The Russian crew continued their routine patrol, unaware that the danger was drawing closer with every passing minute. Meanwhile, Ukrainian technicians made final course corrections. The drones, barely larger than jet skis, moved silently across the water, sun glare hiding their metallic surfaces. The operation was unfolding exactly as planned. At 1:06 p.m., one of the drones closed within visual range. A small camera aboard captured the unmistakable shadow of the warship. The operators took a deep breath. "Proceed," came the command from Kyiv's naval control room. The drones accelerated, cutting through the waves at high speed. Russian lookouts finally noticed the splashes, shouting alarms across the deck. Sirens wailed, gunners rushed to their positions, trying to aim at the fast-approaching objects. But by then, the first drone was already too close. The explosion that followed was sharp and violent, echoing across the open sea. A bright orange fireball erupted near the stern of the Russian vessel, sending a column of smoke spiraling into the blue sky. Within seconds, the second drone hit, targeting the ship's communication tower. Debris scattered, and sailors scrambled to contain the fire. Ukrainian operators watching the live feed exchanged silent glances. The mission had achieved direct impact. Some of the remaining drones circled, transmitting data back to base before self-destructing in the water to avoid capture. In the aftermath, Russian rescue boats rushed to the scene. Plumes of smoke could be seen for miles. Initial reports suggested that the warship sustained significant damage and was towed back towards Sevastopol for emergency repairs. Though neither side immediately confirmed details, satellite images later revealed blackened sections of the ship's hull. The midday assault had caught the Russian Navy off guard, not because of its scale, but because of its precision. Military analysts quickly began dissecting the event. The strike highlighted Ukraine's evolving use of unmanned maritime technology, small, cost-effective, and increasingly difficult to intercept. In the new era of warfare, drones were changing the balance at sea just as they had on land. The Black Sea, once dominated by large battleships and submarines, was now a testing ground for innovation, where speed, stealth, and signal intelligence mattered more than sheer firepower. As the sun began to dip toward the western horizon, the Ukrainian naval base received confirmation. The operation was a success. The data collected during the mission would be used to refine future strategies and improve navigation precision. Across Ukraine, the news quickly spread through local media and online channels. The story became a symbol, a testament to resilience and ingenuity under pressure. For many Ukrainians, it wasn't just about a damaged ship. It was about sending a message that no target, no matter how heavily guarded, was completely beyond reach. International observers reacted swiftly. Some Western analysts praised the operation as a breakthrough in asymmetric naval warfare, while others warned that it could escalate tensions in the already volatile region. Russia, on the other hand, condemned the attack, calling it an act of aggression and vowing retaliation. The Black Sea, once again, had become the epicenter of confrontation, not through large fleets or air raids, but through silent machines cutting through the midday waves. Days after the incident, footage allegedly captured from one of the drones surfaced online. The clip showed the final moments of the attack, the ship growing larger in frame, alarms blaring faintly, and then a sudden flash before the signal cut. It spread rapidly across social media, fueling debate and speculation worldwide. Experts verified the timestamp and trajectory, confirming that the footage matched radar readings from that afternoon. For Ukraine, it marked another milestone in their evolving defense strategy, using technology, speed, and precision to strike where it mattered most. The sea that once symbolized blockade and control had become a battleground for innovation. And as new waves rippled across the Black Sea, one thing was clear. The war had entered a new phase, where battles could unfold in the broad daylight with no fighter jets in the sky, only silent drones gliding beneath the sunlit surface, rewriting the rules of modern naval warfare.